Boom. Okay, here we are with Stanford head coach, first-year head coach Kyle Smith. So first of all, just in general, how do you feel practice has gone for the guys so far?
I think it's the fourth time I've taken over a program, so I got a good reference, and I think these guys, obviously, their capacity to work, their intelligence. I think we're put together things quicker in a lot of areas, and I think they're willing to. A lot of it goes back to Max. Max has been really embraced the idea of what we're doing, and it kind of trickles down from there. So I feel good about what we've been doing.
Actually, just went right into my first question. That is, this is your fourth time taking over a program. How have you adjusted your approach to implementing your system to the guys and explaining how it works?
Very much. I think we treat it like a classroom, to be honest. So I go, the Stanford guys should do well, and we because they get so much feedback. We're very transparent. Everything we're trying to achieve. As far as this is what helps us win, and to make some changes in how we're going to do things, there's going to be some setbacks. It's hard. You're kind of changing the identity of each individual bit of the team and prioritizing, hey, we got to learn how to defend, rebound, take care of the ball before we get to the good stuff. And that's kind of the challenge every time you take over, is how are we going to create an identity? And like I said, Maxine's been really helpful in trying to get the group going.
Yeah, and then just kind of studying your question now, but how would you describe the nerd ball? What exactly is that?
Nerd ball is it's basically, let me say it as nerdy as I can, it's quantifying the intangibles. That's really what it is. So it's winning plays that we have certain values for that aren't going to show up on a normal box score, minus non-winning plays, turnovers, other things, divided by possessions. That's nerd ball. That's your HPP, which is your hustle point per possession. So that couldn't be more on brand for nerdy. That's and we give that feedback every day, and guys really identify. And there's 55 stats. So it sounds harder than it is, but they boil it down to winning plays minus losing plays. Guys that make more winning plays get to play more.
As a baseball fan,
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoy all of this. This is definitely in my wheelhouse. But has there been pushback over the years of just this is too nerdy for me? I can't,
it's not overall. I always tell them, even as a coach, as staff, as your program gets more established, even I do. That's why I don't mind sharing it, because good luck. I have every year have a hard time totally buying into everything, but it's not perfect, but it just gives guys a good guide of what we're trying to achieve and reward them for doing things right. And it really helps leadership, it helps attitude, this is what we're trying to do, and hopefully it's a good way to establish habits, and that's what we're trying to do, is establish winning habits, reinforce it. I always say it's like kindergarten too. It's like putting the star by the good behavior, good behavior. So we all like to hear our name call, we all like to hear those things, so it's pretty nerdy.
Talk about Maxime, just kind of your thoughts on his game and what he could bring to you guys.
Man, he's first of all, it's cliche, but he is really a better person than he is a player, and he's a heck of a player. He's just been, because the leadership part is important to get a program going in this team, and he wants to have a special year, so he's really invested that way. But as a player, he's really good offensively. I think we know that. But to be 7-1, be good around the rim, great from three, and he actually can make plays. He's good at on a closeout, pump faking, taking a bounce or two, and making plays, either distribute or more often not score. And then get him where he can improve defensively. I think he's actually got some really good defensive talent. He's good feet. He's got good size. Be able to defend without fouling, and just gonna be more on his plate this year because he should be because he would try to get him play as many minutes as possible and be able to develop where he can play 32, 33. Rare for a 7-1 guy that can do that. A, because of foul trouble, and B, conditioning and that, and they're young, but he's been pretty special so far.
You talked about the more positive plays you have, the more playing time you get.
Yeah.
What's the in baseball? It's the qualified.
OPS?
No, the qualified innings where this is what you need to do to qualify for the ERA title. What's the qualified number of minutes?
Or it's possessions. Probably where it's probably about 500 possessions, and we've probably logged 500 in the fall. And we implemented a little bit in a very small, just an introduction, the last 2.5 weeks in the summer. You only have 4 hours a week, but we probably got 700 possessions. So you got an idea. And honestly, we don't have any bad players. That's a good thing and a tough thing, because there's going to be some guys that aren't getting minutes that are really bundled up, and it's really more what fits the puzzle better for when we're talking about your 7th, 8th, 9th man, and 10 through 15. I really think any of them could probably fill some of those roles, and so that's keeping a good positive team energy and knowing that it's hard to go through the season, stay healthy the whole year, so everyone being able to step in there. But I thought you were going to ask me, like, what's the secret sauce? OPS.
I'm going to get into it at some point.
I read Moneyball, and I said, we've been doing this. I was at St. Mary's. I said, Randy, we've been doing Moneyball at St. Mary's. He's just quiet. He won't tell anybody. So once I got a job, I was like, hey, this is it.
You
Nerdball.
call it Michael Lewis and be like, yeah, let's make a movie.
Hey, trust me, my first year at Columbia, we were laughing. We were starting I had a whole new staff. Didn't know any of them. And actually one guy did. And we're like, okay, you're going to be Dennis Haysbert. Carlin Hartman, you're playing Dennis Haysbert in the movie. Kobe Altman, you're Cuba Golding Jr. And then I was going to be Sean Penn. I was going to be the head coach. And it's like, it's funny. And these guys have gone on to do great things. So it's like, we giggle about it all the time. It's like,
I can see the resemblance to Sean Penn.
I used to get that a lot when I was younger. Who knows?
Just on the defensive side, how do you feel that side's coming? Is another major emphasis for you every
Yeah,
year?
no, we had a scrimmage, and I won't go too specific, but we were like the first 10 minutes really good. And the idea for this next weekend is, can we be good for 14, 15, 16 minutes? And some of it's conditioning. It's been a little challenging. I don't have a good gauge where because we're on quarters. And like I said, I always said UCLA seems to do fine and Oregon does fine, but it's different for me. Like, where are we at in our physical conditioning? And I think we're okay, but trying to build that out where we can compete, defend, and we're still got some young bodies out there too. We still got some young guys that need to mature.
Who's standing out to you that just watching guys, like who's potentially a breakout star?
I don't know if we'll have any stars outside of Max in that sense, but we got some guys that have some. The guy that's guys are trying to be good two-way players. That's kind of that was what Nerdball kind of breeds, hopefully. Yeah. Oziah's been a guy that's been coming on, bang both sides of the ball, and he's a pro in the way he goes at it. Mm-hmm. And Ryan actually has been the one I've been even more pleased because he came off, started great. He's skillful, he's big and this and that, but the challenge we got to defend. Yeah. And he didn't shoot the ball as well as he would like, but I don't care. He was really trying to defend. He had 7 rebounds and doing this. So that to me is like, okay, this guy is digging into what we need to do. Well, Aiden Kamen, I don't know. Aiden's been good. And he's just got a good feel. Donovan Young was another guy. He got hurt. He's been out for about a couple weeks, but he's just really diligent work. I think I described him like Eustace, and I don't want to put that, but I think he's kind of that type player, same size and kind of multiple, can defend and go up in traffic, get a rebound, and make a 3.
What's the injury that he's dealing with?
Just a little, nothing. It was like a tendonitis. Yeah, so he just probably needs rest and nothing major.
I noticed Stinson is out. Just kind of what's his status?
Yeah, he's had a foot injury he's been out for a while. Most likely a red shirt at this point. I've talked to him about it. He'll be cleared to get in there maybe the next week or 2. And I think it'll be a slow process a little bit. But love him, and that's hard on anyone. And he's been awesome attitude. It's hard to do when you're out of the loop and your team loves him, and it's been good. Built.
And then just big man Talis Thor, how's he look? Looks like he's got
good.
a body on him.
Yeah, no. He's been like I said, he's had a day where he was the best player in the gym. And that's just, now it's a matter, can we replicate those? And then it's just, he's a normal freshman, but he is really, and our strength coach Michael Robbins has done an awesome job already. He's been here June, July. He's probably 12, 13 pounds. You can see he's got a great frame. He can shoot the ball. He's one of our guys that go and block a shot, go get a rebound in traffic. We keep coming.
If you had to put together a starting 5 right now, who do you think is?
Probably 6. There's 6 that and we're
they
trying.
Let you do that?
No. That's good. That was good. Yeah, that's our real secret sauce, the nerd ball. We play 6. There's 7 guys right now that are really kind of little gap, and that would be Oziah, Jalen, Blakes, Benny, Chiz, Aiden, Ryan, Maxime. Is that 7?
I think that was 8.
7 maybe.
So Donovan, and then there's Donovan getting healthy. But Anthony Batts and Darren Saran, we're trying to put it together. They're nothing. and I imagine we'll be fluid this year. I mean, there's parents listening. I know, but it's true. It's like there's nothing set in stone and that stuff. You know, Maxime, if he's healthy, he'll play. That's the one I know would be in there. And like I said, and Jalen Blake should be at the top of the floor defensively, and he should be good there. And Benny's been so rock solid in shooting and ball handling. Those three have probably been, like I said, with the hustle stats, have been really chomping at it pretty good.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Kyle.
All right,
Appreciate
no problem.
it.